will be surprised, people have chronic illness for quite a long time, and they know their time is limited, but we still find quite sensitive to discuss, and people don't express their wishes or to the family. Advanced care plan, and we also call advanced care directive. It's a very important document. It's the decision for medical treatment. If you know that you are terminally ill and you are not able to make a decision at that time, there are different types of medical treatment, as you know, in intensive care unit with different respiratory support and different heart support. Do you wish to have it, or you prefer? I just more prefer the quality. I do not want any pain or suffering. I do not want to be in coma or vegetative life. We make all the decision in advance, so we call advanced care plan. So what's our plan or directive? So directive means you give direction to the doctors, nurses, all your close families and friends. That's your directive, so they have to follow. So it is a legal kind of document, but doesn't need to be done with the lawyer. It is you can do with your general practitioner or your specialist, and then that's your plan and wishes, and keep a record so everyone can follow what according to your wishes and your specific instructions.
For me, I like to know, or I wanted to know, what is the end stage? All cancers are different. The staff are really good at providing the information about what is end stage. So we needed that with Mum because we'd never been through it. And so we got the knowledge, the information to say, hearing's the last sense to go. Keep talking. And actually, Greg's sister, when she passed, and the hospice that she was in, they actually brought around a leaflet, a document, a pamphlet to say, this is the end stage, but I know Greg and Deb's mum, she wasn't ready, she didn't want to see that document, but Deborah's daughter did. And I guess it happened with all of them. It was like, okay, they're ready, it's their time, there is an acceptance. I mean, it's going to happen anyway, and we did an advanced care plan and we were all over that, right? So for us it was all about quality, not quantity.
The 4 months that we looked after him, we knew was going to end in sadness, but because we knew him so well and could sort of read his mind a little bit, it was very, very sad. I cried during the Simpsons episode, so it doesn't take much for me. But as you said, he didn't pass tragically. He just passed.
Yeah.
Really comfortably, and again, like Mum did. So it was an inevitable thing. He had a wonderful, wonderful 4 months together with friends and family, and with us. He wasn't scared. We weren't scared. It was.
We weren't scared.
I forget the comic strip. So it could even be Peanuts and Snoopy, I don't know, but I did see a comment. It was, you only get one life? But the answer was no, you only get one death. You get a new life you live a life every day. And I think that's where the power of our experience with Marmaduke was, that we were living every day trying to get the best out of it. And if that best day was just an incredibly quiet day of sleeping but with no pain, or it was a day of laughter with brothers jumping on the bed or throwing balloons in the air or sitting watching favourite movies with him, then so be it. So what made a good day would vary. It was just getting the best out of it. We were so close to Marmaduke. I mean, clearly you're so subjective and you're so intensely involved in the journey, and we were just doing what we thought was the most natural thing to do. It's quite instinctive. But often when a nurse who didn't know the family might have been rostered on and came to the door, and they were wandering in and a little bit wide-eyed in terms of what they might find, when we found them in tears, watching what we were doing, when we found them just with a big beaming smile because they're around the bed and watching the interplay. It just reinforced, that probably gave us strength that yes, we are doing the right thing, because people could see the incredible joy that my son was getting, even though he was terminal. One morning I'd gone and dropped off, my daughter was sitting with my son, and I'd gone and done the school and the creche run, and came back, and they said, they looked at me and said, he's going to go. I said, oh really, okay. And actually I didn't say, oh really, I just said, oh, right. And then I just leant down and just gave my Marmaduke just a gentle kiss on the cheek. But he and I had it was just a beautiful little habit I'd got into, that I would kiss him on the cheek and I'd just slightly tickle him with my lips. It was almost a habit. And so, in theory, this dying, non-responsive child that we'd been told only had hours to go, I sort of leant down and just kissed him, and without even thinking, I just sort of nibbled, slightly tickled his cheek. And then suddenly his whole face just broke into this extraordinary smile. The whole face lit up. And then, unbeknownst to me, the nurse had run crying out of the room. So there were so many moments like that where it was an absolute privilege to be a part of.